Main ecosystem updates. Airdrops across Solana, SUI, Eclipse, and many others. Let's get started. Starting with Solana, the ETF news was the most bullish update for Solana for the whole year, and as of Wednesday, you'll be able to get some exposure through Rex shares, which will launch the first US staked crypto ETF. So this would mean that you would get simple access to both Solana and Solana yield from staking itself. This has, of course, reacted positively for the price, nearing almost $160. However, since then, it has retraced to just under 150. And more good news comes from Fragmetric and Backpack. If you've been farming Backpack and you are in the top 3 ranks, Challenger, Diamond, or Platinum, you have extra frag tokens waiting for you in the Backpack exchange. Now, even though the token performance is doing not the best as of now, it's down about 35% since its launch couple days ago. However, it is not still listed on some of the biggest exchanges such as Coinbase or Binance. So if you want to speculate on those listings, maybe there is still hope for Fragmetric to make some kind of a comeback. As for Backpack themselves, Season 2 begins on July 3rd, so by the time you're watching this video, it may have already started. And if you do have any of the rewards from being Challenger, Diamond, or Platinum, you can simply go to the Rewards tab and find your allocations here. And on topic of perpetuals, Drift has also finished their fuel campaign and redemptions are live. As long as you've had over 20k fuel, you're eligible to claim Drift tokens. The process is very straightforward and you can also stake them for the first 2 weeks to get extra bonus airdrop. Deadline for claim is November 14th, 2025. And final bullish update for Sol is a reminder that they have tokenized stocks live for a couple of weeks already. As of now, you can trade them on both Radium and Jupiter. Just make sure to follow official channels and correct links. Links for everything we talk about in all the videos are always in the first link of the description of every video. As for Polygon, if you've been farming airdrops for a while, you might remember that we had Polygon ZkEVM. This was a network that they've decided to depreciate, and their main focus for the upcoming period is going to be something called AG layer, which stands for aggregation layer, which is basically supposed to be the ultimate interoperability solution that should make all bridges obsolete. More on this you can read on their official blog posts and on their X accounts, but for now, just remember that if you have any assets in Polygon ZkEVM, make sure to get all of that out as soon as you can, not to have any funds stuck on that borderline ghost chain at the moment. As for Trump's project, World Liberty Financial, if you manage to get into the pre-sale of this way back in 2024, you might be sitting very pretty knowing that the pre-market is live on MEXC, and at the moment, prices are about 14 cents. So if you manage to get in the pre-sale, it could be a 3 to 10x at current valuations. Of course, FDV is at 14 billion, which seems quite unreal. So I would be very, very surprised if this doesn't do a massive dump once it becomes tradable. However, if you manage to get into pre-sale, at least you should get some multiples nevertheless. Of course, nothing in the videos is ever financial advice and you have to do your own research regarding all these things, but keep in mind that as Bits was valued at 0.94 just a couple days ago, already sitting at 0.92. This is part of the mechanics because it's super inflationary, but it is also alongside smart contract risks, something you have to take into account. As for stablecoins, we've had Turbo ETH on Eclipse for such a long time, but now you also have an option to get your stablecoins, which are collateralized with real US Treasury bills through the Turbo USD, powered by Nucleus ARM. And if anyone is missing the Turbo tap, you will have an opportunity to continue clicking with clicks.xyz. This is going to be on Eclipse, and we can only imagine what this is going to look like. Jokes aside, we also have Eclipse being listed on Bybit Spot, meaning that the airdrop in TG should be very, very soon. However, how soon we might just see in your wallets very, very soon, because there's been some FUD going around on Twitter recently, just seemingly Eclipse Foundation distributing the tokens. However, since then, Alucard, one of the main guys in Eclipse, has actually explained that there is no airdrop happening today, and all of the on-chain activity is just preparatory work for the actual Eclipse announcement and token distribution. So don't believe everything you hear or see. Make sure to verify everything from official accounts, from official people, and actual developers behind projects.
Hey guys, we partner with What Exchange, one of the greatest decentralized exchange right now in the market. I love that you can see everything on your screen at once. You can connect to What Exchange from different mainnets, and you can see here the list of hundreds of tokens. They are continuously adding more tokens each week. And What Exchange has an active airdrop. They are going to distribute it 30% of the total supply, guys, into this airdrop. So that is why I am super bullish trading here too. You can see here the point section that they added recently, so you can check everything about your progress on this airdrop. And in trading, you can see how many order tokens you earn because they have this payback system from the fees that you pay. Part of that goes back to you on order tokens. So check the link on the description to join to What Exchange, trade on the platform, participate on the airdrop of the 30% of the supply, and also get some order tokens back. All the links are in the description.
Alternatively, if you want to be efficient with your time, it is very, very beneficial to simply be in private communities of people who are discussing all of these topics and much more in real time, and you don't want to be always lagging with YouTube videos. If you want access to quality alpha in real time, one of the places to consider is definitely our Discord. And if you want to join, all you have to do is go to the subscriptions tab, which is always among the links in the description of every video. And here you will find monthly, yearly plans, error tracking application to keep you organized, as well as an NFT collection, which you can also get access to without being a part of Discord, but you can get 10% in yield, between 3 to 5% in stablecoin terms every single month through real yield in DeFi activities. Alright, let's jump into SUI. The ecosystem is still recovering from the Cetus May exploit when the token went from almost $4 to under $3. However, the airdrop targets and DeFi seems to be recovering nicely. We have two main targets in Magma Finance, which Santiago has recently made a great video on. And you also have Momentum, which seems to be doing pretty good yield even in some of the more stable pairs such as Deep USDC and SUI USDC. The yield for last 24 hours has been in triple digits for the former. As for SUI Overflow, if you participated in this voting campaign, you might be one of the 28 winning wallets who are going to be sharing $20,000. In this case, the easiest way to check if you won is by simply pressing Ctrl+F, inputting your wallet address, and see if something pops up here. And for car enthusiasts, DeLorean Motor Company actually went on-chain recently on SUI. They've conducted a smaller airdrop of tokens to many SUI wallets. So if you randomly find some DMC tokens in your wallet, you can choose to sell them or even stake them for triple-digit APRs. At the moment, the price is very, very volatile. However, if you want to speculate on future exchange listings, they are not even on Coinbase, Binance, or even Upbit at current moments. And if you wish to maybe do something with them in a staking department, you can get triple-digit APRs on alphaland.xyz. Unfortunately, not all SUI news are good. ICA has decided to make a bit of a vesting period for their airdrop. So if you wish to simply sell all tokens from day one, you will have to take about a 50% haircut. And this is going to be a 3-month period. So every day that you wait, it is going to be gradually reduced the penalty you're going to be incurring for simply selling your tokens. Of course, for people who have been in the SUI ecosystem, ICA seems to be one of the better projects, but still, this is not very good for the price, and we can expect similar results as many other projects who have done similar approaches for the ICA token to do kind of bad in the launch day. Of course, time will tell, but just something to consider. As for Sonic ecosystem, there's a couple bullish updates regarding Coinbase listing, as well as Red.Dot Pay, integrating with ability to simply spend your crypto in real life on the Sonic blockchain. The price has been very, very bad over the last half a year, with dumps all the way down to 30 cents from the rebrand of December. However, the 200 million S token airdrop is still ongoing, and you will see some familiar faces in Equalizer and Brush. These are some of the phantom OGs from back in the day, and seeing them whitelisted for the points campaign is definitely a positive. Also, the ecosystem is trying to fuel itself through the fees, so they are incentivizing builders with 1.7 million S token distributions. As for projects, Shadow still seems to be the dominant place to park liquidity on Sonic with some truly remarkable 4-digit APRs. As for Hyperliquid, the only thing that's really pushing the whole ecosystem is probably the token performance, since, of course, the platform usage is still at an all-time high and the ecosystem seems to be growing rapidly. However, the updates on X are not anything particular. The latest one, we have integration with Ethereum and a couple new token listings on the platform. And for everyone who watched till the end, sneak peek of the upcoming video, there is a very promising testnet in the works called Zama testnet, and you can find a little bit of alpha on the Bleaky Twitter post. However, full updated guide and video is coming very shortly. And that is a wrap for all the topics for today. If you like the content, make sure to like and subscribe with bell notifications on. Any questions, comments, I'm waiting for you in the comment section and in our Discord. And as always, thanks for watching, and till next time, have an amazing day.